be. Like, this is right. My best friend is back. Like, it just... But then to hear that she was moving on or trying to move on, and it's kind of like... My feelings like, remember me? And after she told me, we had this whole conversation, and it was a good conversation, dope conversation. We kind of understood each other a little bit more of where we were standing. To me, it was like my mind was more of reconciliation and hers is more of closure, which is cool. I'm fine with that. Once again, ladies, I'm single. Yeah, I'm single. Anyways, we had this long conversation, and I just couldn't sleep. Like, I could not sleep that whole night. It helped me to go get help again, helped me go back to the hospital again, because I was realizing that all these other issues that I was dealing with, like, I could not just keep putting it off. Like, I had to go. It was necessary that I went. Okay, so let me let y'all in on a little funny story, at least for me. So I get to the VA, I park, go in there, I can't really look anybody in the face because I'm just feeling so just like, drained. Looking on the ground, I go up to the intake, and I'm just like, yo, something's wrong with my thyroid, I just need to be seen, The dude's like, okay, whatever. He got like a little attitude, so I caught one back, and I was like ready to fight the dude that's trying to help me, right? So then he tells me where to go, and then I go to the waiting room, and then the lady is like, what symptoms are you having? And I'm like, irritability. And I said something else like overeating. And then I just start boo-hoo crying. Just boo-hoo crying. Like, whose man is this? Like, I am straight boo-hoo crying. And she's asking me like, are you, and then she was like, yo, let's just go downstairs, which is the mental health place. And it was just like, fam, overwhelmed by a simple question. All that to say this, people, if you're dealing with some issues, talk to somebody, please. Vets, go get help. The VA is there. They're slow, but still go and talk to somebody. Like, reach out to somebody. If it's not even medical help, like, talk to a friend. People that like to isolate. Find you a friend, fam, because it is necessary. I talked to my homie Rock, and Rock, like, thank you. Talked to my sister Courtney, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, helping me get through this. My mom, thank you. Oftentimes I thought like isolation was key. It would keep me safe. It would keep me from getting hurt. And it's like, I need people. Like, I need people. And I thank y'all for being there. You know what I mean? Like, I thank y'all for being there. And even my ex, like, I thank you for even that conversation that we had, because it helped me think, like, yo, fam, you got to go get checked. And she would say, well, thank you for finally. Anyways, don't sit there and waste away. Do not sit there and waste away. Get some help, please. This is long. It's very long. I'm sorry. All that to say this, I still got a whole lot more to say. Dealing with these issues and talking to people at the hospital, it was crazy because I was able to see this guy that was like bipolar 2, and he was talking about how he fell down the stairs and broke something in his neck, and he's just like running around, Then this other homeless vet, he was just coming in trying to get some help, said he just had surgery on his back, and they threw him out on the street, and it's like all this stuff is going on, right? And it makes me look and say, well, my stuff is really not that bad. But I had to be thankful even in that moment of feeling down, even in that moment of feeling depressed, even in that moment of feeling hurt. It's like, God, thank you that my situation isn't as bad as it seems. And even though it is not the one that I choose to be in, I thank you for being with me in this situation. And I thank you for people in my life to help me in this situation. Whew. Sorry, preaching to y'all real quick. It takes courage to go get help. Like, courage isn't the absence of fear, but it's trusting God through that fear. Pastor Rick was talking about how God tests our faith. Our faith is grown and built by resistance, and to build that muscle, you have to stretch that muscle. He was saying that our faith is tested through dreams, giving us dreams. But one thing that hit me, he tests us in the delay of dreams. I said that slow because I messed up like 5 times. Because not everything comes overnight. When I think about life, I've always wanted a family. I've always wanted kids. That's just been... And even with like photography and things of that sort, certain things that I want to do, I look at where I'm at now. I'm like, how in the heck can I reach that? How can I help other people and put them on when I can't even put myself on? So there was this scripture that was in the message today, Habakkuk 2:3. But these things I plan won't happen right away. Slowly, steadily, surely, the time approaches when the vision will be fulfilled. If it seems slow, do not despair. For these things will come to pass. Just be patient. They will not be overdue a single day. They will not be overdue a single day. Like, fam, the dream is coming. The family, the wife, they're coming. Just be patient. As I was talking to my boy Rockmo, what up? Once again, brother, thank you, man. Thank you. As we were talking, and he was like dropping some gems, and I was like, okay. And it made everything a little bit more clearer for me to see, right? This week I've just been like kind of reading Psalms 84. The chapter is only like 12 verses. Psalms 84, I was reminded what I was truly looking for. Because I'm looking at relationships like this will fix me. Or I'm looking at career like this will fix me. Or I'm looking at success like this will fix me. And I know deep down inside that it won't. Like those things will be nice to have, but outside of when I'm supposed to get them, like I can get success or I can get the relationship but not be ready for it, and then what? Like I can get success and be able to put people on, but if I'm not ready for it, what's the point? Because it's going to either falter, or fail, or it's just not going to be where I should be. I'm sorry, I'm preaching, y'all. Preach up! At the end of the day, like the void that I'm trying to fill can only be filled with God. It can only be filled with His presence. It can only be filled with His love. It can only be filled with Him. And like all these things that I'm wanting and I'm reaching for, if I look to those things to bring me peace, they won't. So if I find my peace in Him and then those things come, cool, because if they disappear, I still got them. Psalms 84:6 talks about how they walk through the valley of Baca. Baca, translated, means weeping. It's talking about how their tears from their weeping would become refreshment in the end. Like at the end of the journey, that would be refreshing. Like when we go through pain, we learn from it at the end and we see the good out of it. It sounds kind of depressing, like, oh, I'm walking through the valley of weeping. But if you look at the verse before, it talks about blessed is the man who finds his strength in you being God. Though I'm in the valley of depression, in the valley of can't get my mind right, in the valley of feeling like I'm losing my mind, in the valley of, oh, my ex is here, but I don't know what's going on, in the valley of where's my wife, in the valley of I'm getting too old to not have kids, in the valley of where's this money, in the valley of where's my success, in the valley of what the heck am I supposed to do? God is with me. And even in this valley, I can take lessons and learn. This pain that I'm learning from right now is what's going to nourish in the future. Talk about nourishing, Ephesians 5:28. And it's talking about husbands should love their wives and cherish and nourish them. But the pain that I'm feeling right now is going to help me love and cherish my wife in the future. Put perspective to when she's getting on my nerves. I'm just like, I remember when I didn't have her. I remember when I was yearning for her. The journey will all be worth it. It will all be worth it as God is growing me in faith. It'll all be worth it. I don't know. It'll all be worth it. In this season, we gain strength from God in the valley of weeping. The wisdom, the knowledge, the financial literacy, strength, love that is gained in this season. You know what I'm saying? It's going to equip me to love better. It will equip me to protect. It will equip me to nourish. It will equip me to guide in the next season. In the end, the journey is all worth it. If my ex watches this, it's all love. But hey, ladies, I'm single. Holla at your boy. Anyways, I had a whole lot more to say, but I'll spare you. And I don't feel like editing. Y'all have a good day, man.